Hello and welcome to coverage of the MG Cup Series here on NBCSN. We are ready here in New Hampshire. 43 cars on the grid, waiting on pit road, getting ready to start this thing and kick things off here today. And let me unpause time so we can get this started real quick. And yeah. Have to be a little bit more quiet for this video because it is pretty late at night at the time of recording this. People are going to be asleep, so we're trying to go to sleep at least. So gotta keep it down to avoid bothering them. You're also going to hear my fan in the background probably because I am not using headphones recording this video. You can probably tell when I'm not using headphones. It's not much of a difference. You still hear a lot of background noise, but it's still nice to have headphones on either way. I wish those other headphones I have didn't break. That was probably the clearest ones I could get, or they're like as far as sound goes, that's the clearest kind of quality I could get for these videos. So yeah, one thing on my bucket list is another pair of headphones. But coming through 3 and 4. Pace car makes a hard left turn on the pit road, and we are ready to go. Larry Foyt on the pole, and green flag is out. We're racing here in New Hampshire. Heading into turn 1 for the first time. See how everything goes here. So we head through 1 and 2, and now out of turn 2, we got trouble already. Car sideways, they save it somehow. They got sideways in front of the field. That was Chris Mack, and he somehow saved it. I don't even believe the caution is out. The caution might be out, I'm not sure. I don't think it is though. But what a crazy save here on lap 1. And the caution is in fact out for that. So we're going to go back and take a look at what just happened here and brought out the first caution of the day. And it actually wasn't that, it was Kevin Harvick. But first off, Chris Mack in the 86 got turned sideways there. Look at this. In our physics, he gets up against the side of Michael Waltrip, and it sucks him around, and around he goes, and then bang into Brett Bodine, and they all save it. But Bodine then drives down into turn 3. They're 5 wide here. Bodine down in the grass. There's no grip down there. And Harvick gets shuffled up into the outside wall off of that. You see a little bit of right side damage on that 11 machine. So we're going to watch Harvick here as he gets pushed up into the outside wall very slowly, and that destroyed the back end of his car. He also collected the 25 of Joe Nemechek. 2 innocent bystanders here, and into the inside wall goes John Andretti, and he's upside down on the front stretch. What in the world? So on the race back, we had an incident as well. We didn't even see that. But yeah, John Andretti on this lid. Derek Cope, Hideo Fukuyama involved in it as well. So very strange opening lap here at New Hampshire, indeed. We're going to go back and take another look at this wreck. Looks like they were still all bunched up, racing back around to the line there. A couple of cars on the apron, and they were trying to merge back up onto the track. And into the inside wall was John Andretti. Behind them, Derek Cope gets sandwiched in there with Carl Long and gets turned. Long escapes without too much damage. There's Ricky Rudd getting some contact there as well. And up and over went John Andretti in the 43. That's probably going to take him out of the race unless they can repair it and get him back going again. Didn't look too bad. So if they can flip him back over without damaging the suspension, I think he should be fine and be able to continue. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Back a little late, but either way, we're still back here at New Hampshire. Coming out of turn 2. Down the backstretch once again. We're going to get through the first couple of corners cleanly this time. Let's see if they make it through 3 and 4 cleanly as well. They are a little bit more spread out As you see, Todd Bodine looking to the inside of the 49. That's Kenny Schrader. Schrader holds him off on the high side. Looks like both the middle and bottom lanes are pretty even here. So Ken Schrader on the high line making it work. Sorry about that. Jimmy Johnson falls back. He couldn't get it to work there. We come down the backstretch once again. There's Jason Jarrett looking to the inside of Tony Raines in the 74. Raines trying to get to the inside of Elliott Sadler, who slid wide, but couldn't quite get there. Sadler's going to get that run off. Elliott Sadler going to try it once again. No, going to get right in behind that 23. It's all over his back bumper. But there's Tony Raines all over his back bumper. Meanwhile, further up ahead, Jeff Green looking on underneath Ricky Craven. As Dale Jarrett does the exact same move on Boris Said up ahead. Doesn't work for Jarrett. As Said gets the high line to work for him. Dale Jr. looking like he's going to make a move, but no. I believe the caution is out. Yes, it is. Chris Mack with another incident here. We're going to go back and take a look at what just happened. He's driving it back around. And I believe he might be parking it here. He might possibly be done for the day. And there's John Andretti, who went upside down on lap 1 there. He's already back out on the track. Let's see what happened here. Gets in and gets into the 7 and around he goes and gets hit by everyone it seems. John Andretti gets more damage on that 43. Just a tough break. NR 2003 physics sucked him around again. He just got tight and a little bit loose actually it seems getting into the corner, but got tight down on the slightly flatter surface of the racetrack there. Underneath Jimmy Spencer in the 7. And once they made contact, it just pulled them around. And there's nothing he could do. And there's Jimmy Johnson getting turned under caution by Michael Waltrip as they all check up, trying to slow down for the pace car. They're all bunched up. That's not good. That may be another thing we're going to end up looking at, but I'm not really sure how to fix that. So if you have any suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. But we're going to take another break as they all pit, do their pit stop that they do each caution. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back to New Hampshire. And Chris Mack is out of the race after that last wreck, as we knew that would happen just due to all the damage on that car. But Larry Floyd has led every lap so far. Jason Keller in the 81 is in second place. And Johnny Benson in third. Kenny Wallace in fourth. And then that's a lap car of Kevin Harvick back there, the fifth car in line. Dale Jr. being the fifth place car behind Harvick. So a lot of underdogs up in the top 10, or just top 5, really. I mean, the first 4 are just people you wouldn't really think of as a race week in and week out race winning contender, you know. And 3 wide further back, Harvick, the slower car, gets up out of the way, and then Jeff Green decided he wanted to force the issue there. I'm so sorry, I'm not sure why I can't clear my throat today, but yeah, coming out of turn 4, we're going to complete another lap. Further back, there are some of the damaged race cars heading down the front stretch here. Hideo Fukuyama just trying to complete laps and finish this thing here. We're going to have action all throughout the field. It's going to be hard to keep up with all of it. As you see, the one of Steve Park underneath Bobby Labonte. I just can't stress enough how glad I am to see Steve Park back behind the wheel of one of these cars after that terrible crash at Atlanta Motor Speedway. And took him out out of action for a couple of races, but he's back and looking to turn things around here. He's struggling a little bit, not really as far up as he'd like to be. He's in 25th, but he's looking like he's just gonna slowly work his way up through the field. As meanwhile, towards the front, Ricky Craven underneath Elliott Sadler. This is a battle for 14th. And Craven gonna try to take the spot. Sadler gonna stay in it here on the high side, but fortunately doesn't get as good of a turn as he needs. He's gonna get that drive off, but he's gonna have a really good turn 3 and 4 to stay with him here, and he doesn't. So he's just gonna have to relinquish the spot. And Jason Jarrett and not Ricky Craven, Jason Jarrett, and that is Ricky Craven, now battling for the spot. It was Boris said that Jarrett was battling there. Meanwhile, his father, Dale Jarrett, further up, he might be falling back a little bit. Oh, that was a terrible entry in a turn 3 for him there. Gonna have to try and bring it back down to the bottom. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to take a break, but hopefully you won't miss too much. And yeah, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back after this. And we are back here on NBC. Look at John Andretti in the 43. He got upside down on the first lap, and he's still kicking it here today. Even with that roof damage, as you can see right there, the roof is caved in a little bit. We're about to have some lap traffic as Hideo Fukuyama is about to go a lap down here. Larry Foyt gonna have to figure out a way past him here. But look at who's in second place. That's our Texas winner, Kenny Wallace in the 23. Having yet another strong run this season. Staying out of trouble and staying up towards the front. So the thing I like about this new package, you get all kinds of different faces challenging for the win each week. And Kenny Wallace, definitely one of those faces. Jason Keller, about to get some pressure from his teammate, Dale Earnhardt Jr. now, for that third place spot. As Kenny Wallace goes a little wide out of turn 2, has to check up a little bit, and Keller gonna try and challenge him for that second place spot once again. Gonna try to take it back, but Kenny Wallace not making it easy. He's catching that 14. That's Larry Foyt. Seems like the tire wear may be getting to him or something. 23 is just reeling him in here. And the 81 just trying to stay with the 23, trying to stay close enough that if these two get together, he can pounce. Oh, he's got a big run down the back stretch. He gained a lot of time there. Larry Pierce struggling. I believe we are coming up on green flag pit stops in a couple of laps. So we'll be looking out for that as well. Looks like Kenny Wallace might have a good long run car, but Larry Foyt strong on these short runs. And here comes Wallace to his inside. Maybe Pierce just gonna did I say Pierce? Larry Pierce. Wow. Larry Foyt might just let him by. And he's fighting back on the high side here. Probably hoping for a caution. Maybe doesn't want to lose the lead. Maybe doesn't exactly trust that his short run speed is enough to get back by that 23. So he's trying his best to hold him off here. But Kenny Wallace back to the inside now. Going to send it in this time. Got in a little bit deep there. Almost washed up the track into that 14. Have to check way up. And that's allowing Larry Foyt to stay in this battle. He's going to lead this lap once again. Just edging him out at the line that time by side in the turn 1 once again. Foyt staying on his high side, not letting them get clear of him there. And he's going to get that run down the backstretch. And this battling is allowing the 81 of Jason Keller to catch both of these guys. We head into turn 3 once again. Still side by side. They've been side by side for the past couple of laps. This lap traffic might affect the battle as well. Hideo Fukuyama's right there. And I doubt Draft is really going to do anything on this track. So, I mean, he's going to have to get out of the way pretty soon here. Kenny Wallace got loose down on the bottom. Had a big wiggle. And that was enough for Larry Foyt to clear him. But now he's got to deal with the 66. Hideo about shut the door on him. There, he's going to move up the racetrack and get out of his way. But they're relatively going about the same pace down the straightaways. And that's not really what that 14 needs. So now we go through 1 and 2 once again. He clears Hideo Fukuyama. And now here comes Kenny Wallace on that 66 is inside. Dale Jr. inside of Jason Keller to 3 wide, just about 3 wide. With the lap card, Jason Keller now going to have to wait for Jr. to clear him, and he's going to follow him to the inside. Now he might think about sending it. Peeks to the inside, couldn't quite get low enough or get under him there. But he thought about it. Here comes Jeff Green, going to give him some pressure now. And Green is also battling with Kyle Petty. Kenny Schrader right behind all 3 of them. So if once Ken Schrader gets up here, it'll become a 4-car battle for this 4th place spot. So that should get pretty interesting. And there's Schrader right there on the back bumper at that 30. So Jeff Green might be feeling the pressure a little bit now. He might be saying, we have to go. Jason Keller's fallen off big time over this long run. And now here comes Schrader to the inside of Jeff Green. Green on the high side, fighting back. Not going to make it too easy for him there. But meanwhile, out in front, Larry Foyt trying to hold on to the lead still. Kenny Wallace closing in once again. We're going to take another break. When we come back, green flag pit stops should be underway. So, yeah, we'll be back in a couple of laps after this quick break. Welcome back to coverage of the MG Cup Series here on NBC, and you're seeing it right here. Kenny Wallace finally gets past that 14 and clears him, and he's going to take the lead here at New Hampshire. It seems like he tried for about the entirety of this race to get by that 14, and now he finally does. So we're going to have to see what he does with it here, because look at Dale Earnhardt Jr., he's been charging. We think Kenny Wallace has a good long run car, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. has slowly just been working his way up through the field, and now he's here behind the 23. Kyle Petty challenging Jr. on his inside, can't stay there. He got there, but he couldn't stay there. Junebug runs wide through 3 and 4. Petty has to check up once again. Here comes Larry Foyt. So now that Earnhardt has cleared that 45, let's see what he can do with the 23 of Kenny Wallace here. Does he have enough to try and challenge him for the lead? Green flag pit stops are still coming up. Just not sure when, because I don't know the mileage and all that, really. I'm not sure how far they can go on gas and how long the tires can last, but we're just patiently waiting at this point. We know it's going to happen. But Kyle Petty challenging that 8 once again. Got right up on the back bumper of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Petty might be ready to try to take the lead of this thing. All 4 of these guys up here potentially can win this race. And there's Dale Earnhardt Jr. coming down pit road this time. So green flag pit stops are underway. And Jr. heads down pit road. Now I'm going to watch the rest of the cars and see when they're going to come down. But Kenny Wallace has been all him ever since he's taken the lead from Larry Foyt. Here comes Kyle Petty on his back bumper. Might try to take the lead from him this time, but Wallace going down pit road. So now it's Kyle Petty in the 45 Ronnie machine, leading this thing in. Kyle Petty in the lead at the moment. Now heading down into turns 3 and 4. He is headed down pit road this time by. So is Larry Foyt. So now gonna watch Dale Earnhardt Jr. as he rolls through 3 and 4, getting by more pitters. There's Boris Said. Jr. is gonna probably get his lap back this time by. I believe he does. There's Jason Keller coming out of pit road right now. Jeff Green. So some of his competitors, he's gotten back by them so far. But now there's Kenny Wallace down the back stretch and into turn 3. So Dale Jr. right there. Still got a little bit of a ways to go to catch him, but his tires have some heat in them at this point. Kenny Wallace on cold tires still. So we're gonna have to see how this plays out. Larry Foyt getting out of pit road just now. And here comes Kyle Petty. Petty has kept his lead over the 23. And now Kenny Wallace with a big run out of the corner. Had to check up to avoid running him over. And now going to try to send it in here. He can't quite get there. But they're battling for potentially what could end up being the lead. It is the lead now. Kenny Schrader coming out of pit road. Schrader going to merge back up in the about 5th, I think. So Ken Schrader comes out of pit road. We're going to have to see what he can do on fresh tires. But it's been all Kyle Petty and Kenny Wallace so far. Larry Foyt back there in P4 might be going with a tire saving strategy. We got a lap car as Hideo Fukuyama once again just out here collecting points at this time, or at this point. Just trying to stay in it here. So yeah, that was green flag pit stops. We're going to have to take another break. We'll be right back after this. And we are back and under caution for an incident involving, I'm not sure who. We're gonna have to go back and take a look at it. But yeah, there was an incident on the track that brought out the caution literally the second we went to commercial. And going back to take a look at what it was. Gonna watch the pace car. Going back. Lights are still on. And lights are still on. And lights were actually on for a while. I didn't even notice. Boom, there they go. Alright, now let's see who's the culprit. Oh no, it's Jason Jarrett. Jason Jarrett. Engine expires on the backstretch. Has to coast to a stop. And that's what brought out our caution. Tough break for that young kid there, the rookie, is trying to make a name for himself here on the channel. Has come so close to winning so many times and now has an engine failure like this when he was having a good day. So just a tough break for that team, but unfortunately that's racing. Gonna have to come back next week and hope for the best, but we're gonna take another quick break. We'll be right back after this. And we are back. Green flag is back out. Yeah, Kyle Petty lost the lead on pit road. Larry Foyt's crew has been pretty quick on pit road all day. And they got him back out in front after the entire field pitted. And now he's getting challenged by Ken Schrader. So if Foyt, if he doesn't have the fastest car on the track, he at least gonna have the fastest pit crew and get that track position. And track position is very important, as passing has proved to be quite difficult over these 57 laps so far. So that looks like Mark Martin coming into pit road. Looks like an issue for him. Not sure what's going on there, but hopefully it's nothing too severe. Side by side for third, Michael Waltrip looking to the inside of Boris Stead. Can't quite get there. But now Stead clears them as they head down the backstretch. Ken Schrader all over the back bumper of Larry Foyt. Still trying to get by him here. And that 14 has been very strong all day. Not the fastest car, but still pretty strong. And fast enough to hang with these other guys that are pretty fast here. All the people that have challenged them for the lead, they've had a pretty tough challenge actually getting the lead. They had to work really hard for it, so you never know. If Larry Foyt can keep getting this track position, he could possibly end up winning this race. But Ken Schrader in second place, all over his back bumper. We know he wants to win, so he's not going to make it easy for him. Kenny Wallace, there he is, further back, trying to work his way back up through the field. He's in the top 10, and now going to look at getting by Carl Long. Shuts the door on Jason Hedelsky. Now he's going to look at passing that 46. And look at this big group of cars back here as well. That is a big old pack of cars. They're all going for it here. Dale Jarrett tried to get in line there. Wasn't clear. Look at Jason Keller. He's had a good run today. Hasn't been the fastest car, but he stayed up in the top 10 all day. So, pretty good run for him. And here comes Michael Waltrip once again to the inside of Boris Stead. Sends it big time. This time it's going to work for him, and he clears him in 1 and 2. So that's third place for Michael Waltrip, who's actually already won this season earlier at California. And now here comes Tony Raines on the inside of Boris Stead as well. Jason Keller looking to follow him through. And that is Jimmy Johnson battling Carl Long behind them. That's not something I thought I'd say. Long sends it. Carl Long sends it in, makes it stick. And that is a 2004 car. I'm sorry, guys. I know that. I was hoping you guys wouldn't notice, but it's actually quite obvious. But that was the only Carl Long I could find. So, sucks, but oh well. I wanted them in the field for the 2003 season. So, it is what it is. Mark Martin is back out on track after that issue, causing him to have to come back down pit road. And Kyle Petty, back in 38th, he's had some sort of problems. He was hounding that 23 for the lead before that caution came out. Look at John Andretti. He's able to keep up with some of these other damaged race cars and actually looking to pass Derek Cope after getting up on his lid on the first lap of the race. Hideo Fukuyama trying to hang with the boys back here. All the wounded warriors in the back trying to survive. They're racing each other. Steve Hart on his climb through the field still. He's up into the top 15 now. When we first checked on him a couple of laps earlier, he was 25th, so he is moving up pretty fast there. Kind of slicing his way through the field slowly but surely. I said pretty fast, but that's actually quite slow after that many laps. But he has to check up to avoid getting into the 4. He's going to lose a couple spots here. He's got cars all over his back bumper as well. He's going to send it in and get away from them, because that's looking pretty scary. That looks like tandem drafting at Daytona or Talladega in 2011. Meanwhile, towards the front, Carl Long to the inside, trying to get by Michael Waltrip for 3rd place here. Carl Long might be a silent pick for the day. He's been pretty quiet, but he's looking very strong here and looking to try to get up in the lead, or at least in the 3rd place. He's trying to get up into the top 3. The leaders have just scooted away. I mean, the top 2 have just pulled away. They're racing each other and still pulling away from the rest of the field. A 2-second lead over 3rd place and everyone behind. So it looks like it might just come down to these 2. We're going to have to take a break. We'll be right back after this, after we see who's going to lead the funny lap. So we're not going to take a break yet until the end of lap 69. As it looks like Larry Foyt is going to lead this lap. But will Ken Trader pull any shenanigans? Will Foyt mess it up? No. Now coming out of turn 4, Larry Foyt leads the funny lap. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this. And we are back here on NBCSN, and we're going to have lap traffic here. As Mark Martin, pretty slow on the track. Looks like whatever that issue was caused him to slow way down. And maybe he lost power or something, but he is now holding up the race for the lead here. But it's not going to make too much of a difference. Carl Long in 3rd place. He's 4 seconds back. So he's really just kind of out of it here, unless something crazy happens. Out of turn 4. Or turn 2, excuse me. And now down the backstretch, Larry Foyt to the inside of Mark Martin. And he's going to not clear him. Has to check up. Martin trying to stay on the lead lap. And he's giving them a hard time here. As we come to 11 to go. And they're still side by side. Martin got loose there and had to check up. He's going to lose. He's going to fall back and get passed by both of those guys. So now the battle for the lead continues on. Carl Long closed the gap a little bit there, but I assume the gap will open back up after that. I believe Carl Long is actually saving fuel. Listening in on his radio, they are in fact saving gas. So, looks like they weren't going to make it to the end and just decided to save. These 2 up front going for it. Larry Foyt on the inside. Ken Trader trying different lines now, trying to find any kind of way to get past that 14, but that didn't work for him there. He's going to have to go back to the drawing boards after that one. Still going at it out of turn 2 once again. Larry Foyt just needs to get 7 more clean laps. Or, excuse me, 8 more clean laps. Once we cross the line, Mark Martin goes back to the inside of Ken Schrader. Schrader just pulls away down the front stretch. Gonna have to hop down in front of him here. What is Mark Martin doing? He just sent it on him. Mark Martin looks to have just randomly regained power or something. He's just flying past Ken Schrader. Schrader might have used up all his stuff as well. So this looks like Larry Foyt's race. Mark Martin catching the 14. Looks like Foyt might be starting to save fuel here. It looks like none of these guys are possibly going to make it to the end. They're all saving as much as they can to see who can. This might end up turning into who can stretch fuel the most. But Carl Long looks like they've stopped saving as they're charging now. They've gotten to within 3 seconds of the leaders, so they're definitely pushing now. And they're gaining each and every lap as well. So they saved. Looks like they saved for the entirety of that run, and now coming to 5 to go this time by. They're ready to hit the gas pedal this time. As we go through 3 and 4, and Carl Long, he is on it here. Man, he was saving gas and tires, it seems. He is flying around this racetrack, putting down some of the fastest lap times as everyone else is kind of just taking it easy. Mark Martin hindering the progress of that 49. And anyway, I'm speechless. I mean, I literally put a sign on the door that says recording video do not disturb, and they still managed to walk in. Like, what? Anyway, Ken Schrader dives to the inside of that 6. Larry Foyt has 3 laps to go this time by. Just looking to make it to the end. Boris said we saw him coming out of pit road, so some cars not able to make it to the end on fuel. And hearing radio from that 14, they're gonna have to pit. They're gonna have to pit because they cannot make it to the end on fuel, and they're coming in a pit. So is the 49. Ken Schrader and Larry Foyt, the two most dominant, two of the fastest cars of the day. I can't say the most dominant, but Larry Foyt has led the most laps here today, and he's heading down pit road. Carl Long, does he have enough fuel? Coming through 1 and 2 once again. Heading down the back stretch, he's going to see the white flag this time by Carl Long. Out of nowhere. Hasn't even really been like... He's been fast, but he's been pretty quiet all day. He's going to see the white flag this time by. Can he make it to the end on fuel? Or will he run out trying? Pretty slow through 1 and 2. Looks like he's just going to take it easy at this point, as he gets back up to speed down the backstretch, heading down into turn 3 for the final time. Through 3 and 4, and it looks like he's got enough fuel to make it. Jason Keller's in second, hoping for a miracle, but it's not going to happen. Carl Long is going to win his first race at New Hampshire, and he steals one from Larry Foyt and Ken Schrader. What a finish at New Hampshire. I never saw that one coming. Not in a million years would you have guessed that. Carl Long steals one at New Hampshire after playing the fuel strategy game and winning. How about that for just NR in general, but a fuel mileage race and just everything. I didn't see that coming. So Carl Long gets it done out of nowhere. Surprise winner. He only led like 2 laps of the entire race and brought it home a winner. And a heartbreak for Larry Foyt. He's not even going to finish inside the top 10 or the top 20. He's going to fall all the way back to 24th as Ken Schrader finally got past him. But it was for 23rd and not the win, unfortunately. That was a crazy race. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button and subscribe. And hope to see you guys next race. Until then, peace.